Hey everyone, it's me Nita and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another sublimation tutorial for you guys. So I want to add something super cheap, affordable, and really easy to make to my Etsy shop as like freebies or just something free to include into packages or any orders that I get off Etsy. And then I also want to add these to my craft fairs, to my market booths as like a really cheap option for customers that are looking for something cheap and affordable to purchase, because a lot of the items that I have at my craft fair or at my booth is usually $7 or up. So I want to offer something that's $1 or below. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to sublimate hair ties, which I'm really excited to test out. I haven't made these yet, so this is my first time making them, so we'll see how I do, but I'm hoping that this project is super easy to do, which I'm pretty sure it should be. So what you're going to need is you're going to need whatever sublimation design that you have. I haven't picked one out yet, so I will insert some footage of me picking out the design that I want and how I'm going to lay it out for me to print on my sublimation printer. So a few other things that you'll need is some fold over elastic. I will have this listed in the description down below for you guys to snag for yourself. This was not too expensive and it comes with a lot of elastic, so I'll be able to make a ton of little hair ties with this stuff. And then you need some sublimation paper. Hippo, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. They were super kind enough to send out some sublimation paper for me to test out. I already tested this out in my last sublimation video on some AJ blanks, and I really liked it. So I'm going to use the same paper today and see how it sublimates onto these hair ties, and hopefully it works out. So let's just get started. The nice thing about this project is if you have a smaller sublimation printer like me that can only print up to 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14 inches, this project is perfect for that. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to, I'm thinking Etsy or Design Bundles to try and find a pattern that I want for these hair ties. I'm thinking I want to do a sprinkle themed one, just because one of my most popular items that I sell in my shop is my birthday outfits that are for like sprinkles or donut themed. So I kind of want to come up with some hair ties that are similar to that, because it would be a nice little freebie, especially for the mom if she orders her kid a bell-bottom outfit. It would be a nice little freebie to give to the mom for her to wear for her hair on her child's birthday. So I'm kind of thinking I want to try and lean towards that. But I'm going to head over to my computer and check out what's available, and then we'll get started on these hair ties. Okay guys, so I ended up going with Design Bundles. I had some free credits on there, so why not, you know. So I looked up some seamless patterns on Design Bundles, and as you can see there's so many different ones that you can use. I really like that cow print one. But you could use these seamless patterns for tumblers, for coffee mugs, for printed HTV, all kinds of different things. But I wanted to be a little bit more specific, so I decided to type in sprinkle seamless patterns, and as you can see, there are a ton of different options. It was really hard to choose just because all these patterns are really, really cute. But I wanted to kind of go with something that would match my bell bottom, so I decided to go with this one just because it had a variety of colors, and I thought it'd be really cute to offer like a set with different colored sprinkles. And then I also wanted to do a holiday themed one, so I figured since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, why not do a St. Patrick's Day set? And again, so many different options, all of them are really cute. I decided just to go with this first one just because it was basic, nothing too exciting, nothing too crazy. And then I just checked out using my credits. And then over here, I downloaded them, and then now I'm just printing them. So for my print settings, I want to make sure that I have my printer selected, which is an Epson 2760. And then for this paper type, I like to use premium picture matte paper, or photo matte paper. And for the output quality or the print quality, I like to use high. And basically that's all I do, nothing too crazy. And I just decided to print out a bunch of different colors of these sprinkles. I went with a pink, a turquoise, and then a purple one. And again, I just used the same settings for each of these. So these were super quick to send to the printer. Nothing too hard to mess with. I need to figure out how to have my print settings like saved already, so all I have to do is just press save or press print, and it just prints the image out how I want it, and I don't have to adjust the settings every time, so that would be kind of nice. Now with the St. Patrick's Day one, it was really hard to choose which ones I wanted to do. I ended up going with I think 4 different designs, and again, same printing properties or quality. Everything's all the same, so super easy. And again, I use an Epson 2760. You kind of want your images to print out a little bit slow. You don't want them to print out too fast because then the quality won't be as good. So even though this looks super fast, it probably took around like 10 minutes, I would say, to print out all of these. So not too incredibly long, but definitely a lot longer than printing out just a basic thing off the printer. Okay guys, so I have my last sheet printing out. I have my sprinkles done. I have this St. Patrick's Day done. This one, for some reason, there's like little splats of ink. Don't know why I did that, but I'm hoping this next sheet doesn't have that issue. Hopefully not. But I pre-cut some of this elastic. I cut it at 12 inches. Again, I cut it at 12 inches. Now these sheets only go down to 11, so I will have some extra elastic that doesn't have like any of the print on it. And I'll just trim that up once I'm all done with the elastic basically. But I trimmed a lot because I figured I'm gonna be using these as like little freebies. I might even list them on my shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I figure why not just make a ton. It's Saturday night. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and do some crafting. So while my other sheet is printing out, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my heat press. I have my heat press set to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna be heat pressing the elastic for 60 seconds. So again, have your heat press set to 400, and you'll heat press for 60 seconds. I'm gonna get some butcher paper all situated. I am gonna use 2 sheets this time on the bottom because I don't want any of the ink to get onto my heat press, and then I'll also have another sheet that goes on top as well. I'm also going to be using some spray adhesive. I think this will work a lot easier. I usually use this for embroidery, but I also like to use it for sublimation. So I use this when making tags. It just makes it a lot faster than using the tape. So I'm going to be using this today as well. But once this is all heated up, I will check back in with you guys, and then we'll start heat pressing some hair ties. Okay, so the heat press is ready to go. So I'm going to start with these sprinkle ones first because I'm really tempted to see how these turn out. So I'm going to start with the pink ones. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this temporary adhesive spray, lightly spray it. Maybe just a little bit more. Probably too much. And then with your elastic, you have 2 different sides. I don't think my camera is going to pick it up. But you have like a really shiny side and then like a matte dull side. I'm going to put the shiny side down first. And I'm just going to fill up this whole page. Okay, so there you guys have it. So when I put this on the heat press, I'm going to make sure to lay this paper down so the sublimation paper is on top. So I have 2 sheets of butcher paper on the bottom because this I'm going to flip over, like I said, like that. I don't want any of that sub ink getting onto my heat press, so I have it just like that. I'm gonna put another sheet on top and let it go. And you're gonna hear my little guy, Mason, crying in the background. He just woke up, but Eric is putting him back to sleep right now. Something I wanna talk about too is that when you print out onto a sublimation paper, the color is not gonna be accurate. You won't have like the color that you were expecting until you heat press it onto whatever item you're heat pressing. So don't be confused when you print out your little sheet and it looks nothing like the photo you have. It is gonna look a little bit different. But this is almost done. Once this is done, my heat press will pop open. I'm gonna immediately tear off that sub paper because I'm hoping that will prevent any ghosting. Okay, so let's see how this looks. It's very hot, and oh my gosh, look at that, guys. OMG. So this is what the paper looks like afterwards. And as you can see, it definitely got some onto the butcher paper. So it was a good idea to double layer it because I don't want any of this ink to end up on my heat press. But let me give you a close-up. I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but oh my gosh, I love how these turned out. Okay, I'm officially addicted to sublimation, so I'm just gonna keep making a bunch more of these. I honestly I love how these turned out. Only downfall is I'm gonna go through a lot of butcher paper because I am going to double layer it, and each time I do a new batch, I'm gonna use a whole new thing of butcher paper because again, you don't want that ink on your heat press, and each time you heat it up, it reactivates that ink, and you don't want it to make a mess on your heat press. So each time, I totally recommend switching out your butcher paper for a fresh batch. So you can do the back too, I believe. For me, I'm not going to because I don't really care that the front and the back aren't gonna match. Because these are gonna be used mostly just for freebies, so I'm not too concerned about it. Maybe if you wanna sell these, you could always do the back as well so it matches, but again, I'm not really worried about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the front. Okay, I didn't get any on the top of my heat press, thank gosh. Here are the purple ones. So freaking cute. And you know what, while I'm doing this, I'm like, an idea popped in my head. You could totally personalize like these hair ties and like sell them in your shop. But I think these would be perfect for like bridesmaids gifts, and you can even do like the bride's like wedding day, and if they're a bridesmaid or a maid of honor, you could always add like that personalization to it. Or if you're doing like a birthday party, you could add like each of the kids' names to the hair tie to kind of make it more personalized. Or you could put like the kid's name on it with the birthday, age, or something of that sort. But I feel like you could do so much with these. And you definitely could just personalize them to fit your need however you need it to. You can get so creative with these. Okay, so while I have that other sheet going on the heat press, I'm gonna go and get another sheet going. I know some of you guys might say, oh, that's too much spray adhesive, but this is how I'm doing it. I'm gonna try and get these as close as I can so I can try and fit as many as I can on this sheet. For the most part, you're able to get quite a few on there, which is pretty nice. Okay guys, so here are all of the hair ties. I seriously love how all of them turned out. So stinking cute. I don't know what's my favorite, the sprinkles or the St. Patrick's Day, but they're both really cute. So now what I'm going to do is just trim off this white part, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie each of these. I'm not going to do them all tonight, but I'm going to show you guys how I tie them and like what the finished look looks like. So I'm going to trim off the white part. Just like that. And then I'm going to use a use a lighter and just heat up the ends just a little bit, because this will fray when tying. So you just want to make sure that it doesn't fray. So I'm going to use my two little fingers, or I'm going to use my fingers, my little peace sign fingers, and I'm just going to wrap the rubber band around it, tuck it through, and before like really tightening it, I'm going to make sure that the knot and both the ends are like the same length, and then you'll tie it. Just like that. And then you just have a basic little hair tie, just like that. I'll make another one to kind of show you guys, just in case you missed it. Trim off the white ends, use a lighter, and I need to get a new one. This one's almost out. Your two fingers, little peace sign. And just like that, you have a little hair tie. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the sprinkle ones, and I'm going to do the St. Patrick's Day ones, and I'll show you what they all look like. Okay, so here is the finished product of the hair ties, and like I said before, you could easily do both sides, so like you don't have the inside white, you can have it matching the outside, but for me, I honestly don't mind it. Let me go ahead and show you what these look like in my hair. Okay, so there's that. Let's just go ahead and put my hair up, because honestly, after using that heat press, I'm so hot. Okay, so I don't know how well my camera is picking it up, but there is the hair tie, and honestly, it holds my hair perfectly because I have a ton of hair and I don't think it's coming out. So I'm obsessed with making these. So I kind of want to make like a hair tie holder with my Cricut. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go sit at my computer really quick, design one up, so like I can sell these. as like a little set, and I can have them on like a little hair tie holder so they look cute and professional. So I think I'm gonna go do that really quick, and I'll show you guys how it turns out in just a minute. Okay guys, so I'm basically what I'm doing here is I just picked a shape. I decided to go with a square. I unlocked it, and I'm just setting it to the measurements that I need the square or rectangle to be. So I ended up doing like 3.5 by like 3.75. And then here I'm just adding my logo to this little square because I want my logo to be printed onto the cardstock. Just because I want my brand to be on it, to kind of brand it a little more. So when I do sell these as sets, or if I give them away as sets, I just think the packaging looks really, really cute when you add like your logo and whatnot to it. So my logo is uploaded and added to the square. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flatten it. So that means that when I print it out, that square and my logo will be attached to each other. So when the machine cuts it out, it won't cut out the square and my logo. It'll just cut the square out. So the downfall to using Cricut Design Space is that you're not able to use a full sheet of paper, which sucks. So I was only able to fit 2 of these on a sheet because the like measurements they allow you is like 6.75 by like 9.25. So you're not able to use a whole sheet, which sucks. So a lot of wasted paper. So I might have to figure out how to do these a little differently so I can maximize paper and like not waste it. So I sent this to my other printer that I have, and then I'm printing this onto cardstock. So I just picked cardstock and sent it to my Cricut, and my Cricut cut it out for me. This was a super quick little cutout. But again, I just wish that I was able to use the whole sheet of paper just because it's such a waste. Like, I don't get why Cricut Design Space doesn't allow you to use the whole sheet of paper. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's such a pain in the butt. So here's the card. It's pretty basic. You could even add like your social medias down at the bottom, discount code, website, something, even add stuff to the back if you, but I'm hoping that this is big enough, small enough. And basically all I did was just measure how wide the hairband was and just made my adjustments that way. Okay, like, how freaking cute is that? Oh my god. Okay, hopefully I can fit all 4 of these St. Patrick's Day ones on here. Guys, I'm seriously obsessed now with sublimation. It's official. These projects are just so quick and easy to do, and these are so inexpensive, and they're just going to be an affordable option too for customers. So I'm so excited to give these out as freebies, to sell these at markets, or even sell them on my Etsy shop. I don't know if I'm gonna sell them on my Etsy shop. I haven't quite decided yet. I do sell scrunchies, so I might as well just add these as like another option. So here is the St. Patty's Day. And the sprinkles, like, oh my gosh. Let me see. So I do have these like little poly or these clear plastic bags. I'm curious to see how well these fit. And these are a little bit too big. So that wouldn't work, but you could always do like a piece of washi tape on the back to kind of help them stay in place. Or you could find little clear plastic bags to fit these. But I'm seriously obsessed with these. So incredibly easy. All right guys, well that's gonna be it for this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little DIY craft project. I know I sure had a lot of fun making these, and I can't wait to give these out as freebies and potentially add them to my shop, I don't know, and then definitely sell them at my craft fairs as like a cheap option for customers. But I'm so excited with how these turned out, and I'm seriously becoming addicted with sublimation. But yeah, hopefully if you guys try these out, definitely go join my Facebook group, or tag me on Instagram or Facebook, something. I want to see like what you guys can come up with. And design bundles, I'll have that linked down below. They have a bunch of different seamless designs that you guys can choose from and make like all kinds of different hair tie designs. And then you can even personalize these. Like I think these would be perfect if you did like this would be perfect for like as a bridesmaid's gift, because you can even put like the name on the cardstock, or you can even personalize the hair tags too. Like I feel like this would be a really good option for like as a wedding gift, or as like a bridesmaid's gift or something like that. A birthday gift, Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers, Easter basket stuffers. It's endless. So definitely if you guys test this out, I want to see what you guys come up with. Like I love seeing all the stuff that you guys create. It just inspires me even more. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more sublimation videos, let me know down in the comments. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And just keep a lookout too. I am going to be doing a 10K giveaway. I'm still deciding on some of the giveaway prizes. I'm still picking them out for you guys. So I will be announcing that soon, hopefully. But just keep a lookout for that. And I just have a bunch more tutorials coming out for you guys. Like I'm trying my best to spend at least like one day out of the week doing some type of craft that I love or want to do, to kind of help keep me inspired, motivated, and not burnt out on doing Etsy stuff all the time. So I'm trying my best to do fun stuff like this for my own well-being. But yeah, that's definitely going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.